Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Wesson Racing, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at the Hot Wheels 2023 Mainline with the Mud Studs series today. Do I have anything I need to say? I don't think so. I think we can just get right into it. So yeah, we got 5 total Hot Wheels cars we're going to be looking at today, all of which are themed after mud tires. So as you can see here, off-roading mud surfers built for adventure. However, I do have one issue with this set. You see, the year prior to this set in 2022, we got the Mud Studs series again, and all of the cars featured actually muddy tires like this, right? This time in 2023, there were 2 cars that did not feature muddy tires, nor did they even feature off-road tires. This one does not. So you'll kind of see what I mean when we get into it. This set is very much a downgrade from the previous year's set. We're still going to look at it though, because you know we look at everything Hot Wheels Mainline related on this channel. So with that being said, let's get right into it with our first car right there. That Chrysler Pacifica is going to be starting us off for today. I think that's a fine one to start with, all things considered. By the way, y'all like it? I made a card stand out of Crush cars because I have over 200 of them. I had to do something. So yeah, we're going to start it off here with the Chrysler Pacifica as our first one. Chrysler Pacifica has been getting some pretty interesting releases recently. So let's take a look at a slightly older one. Why don't we? Zoom in on that. I got to get these blisters thrown in my recycling bin. Remember, kids always recycle. And here we go. Here is the Chrysler Pacifica for the Mud Studs. I do not like where my light is at currently, so I'm going to drop that down and see how that looks. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so here we go. Here's the Chrysler Pacifica right here. We've got a silver body, a muddy brown chassis, muddy brown tires, black rims, and a tinted window insert right there. Side panel says Pacifica, Michelin, rigid, Mud Studs, number 75 Hot Wheels. You got a rally number. Then you got mud splatter all up the sides with yellow and black striping. Looks pretty good. Honestly, the paint scheme on this kind of slaps. It's pretty awesome. For Chrysler Pacifica, also just all around a really nice little paint scheme. On the hood, you can see the number 75 with the stripes there, looking really cool. What's on the inside? Ooh, hold up. Do you guys see that? There's like a little four-wheeler in there. That's cool. I've never seen inside this casting before. There is like a little four-wheeler looking thing in there. That's fun. I like that. And then on the back, you got the 2 spare tires with the tailpipes and the tail lights. There's the bottom. And that's your first car for the video right there, the Chrysler Pacifica. For some reason, my hand did not want to hit the button there. That was weird. Alrighty, next up we got the 1970 Dodge Power Wagon. This thing is sweet. I think this is also my, well, that's unfortunate. I think this is also my first time reviewing this casting on the channel. I think it's actually my first time opening this casting on the channel. So this is going to be fun. I'm excited to see this one up close. I've never seen this casting before. Here we go. So here it is, the Dodge Power Wagon. I don't know if it's sometimes called the Dodge Macho Power Wagon, but I think that's a completely different model. But anyway, we got a baby blue body, gray chassis, brown tires with silver rims, and a tinted window insert that also extends to the headache rack in the back, in case you all were curious. Side panel, we got 1130 as the racing number, Mopar, Mud Studs, Dodge, Hot Wheels logo. White panel, you got a black stripe down the side with a brown and yellow stripe back here that goes down here as well. Mud splatter all up the side, black trim, Goodyear logo. Looks pretty cool, honestly. This is a really solid paint job for this thing. On the front end, you can see the little molded into the casting there. You can see the little lights and everything. You got the hood scoop, which looks pretty cool. Then on the back, you got the tailgate. Not a whole lot to see there detail-wise. Again, got the muddy tires, pointing that out. 70 Dodge Power Wagon, 1970. That's pretty cool. That is a really awesome casting right there. Pretty sweet, if I do say so myself. That is cool. Okay, next up is number 3 of 5. It is the new for 2023 Mitsubishi Pajero Evolution. I think it's Pajero, actually, because I keep saying Pajero because, you know, whenever I see it's a Spanish car, I think it's Pajero, actually. Mitsubishi Pajero Evolution. I actually have no clue. Let's take a look at the back here. And it says, take to the streets in this road legal racing inspired version of the 12-time Dakar Rally Champion, featuring a hood scoop, fin-like rear spoilers, and a 3.5 liter 24 valve V6 engine. Born 1997, Tokyo, Japan, designer Mitsubishi. So yeah, pretty cool. There's your little fun fact. Let's open her up, shall we? Because I do not think this is a very good inclusion into the set because, you know, opinions about the casting aside, one, this does not have mud tires, as you can very clearly see, and two, the tires themselves are not even muddy. This, why this was included in this set, I have no idea. And the fact that it debuted in this set and does not fit in whatsoever, I also find really strange. But anyway, we got a red body, black chassis, black tires with white rims, and a tinted window insert. On the side panel, it says Rally Art, I think. Mitsubishi logo, Evolution. And then you got some little graphics here, like a glitch graphic kind of going on. Painted door handle, air vent on the side. Pretty cool stuff. This side is exactly the same, but mirrored. Got a fully done up front end, which looks pretty cool. Got the grille, Mitsubishi logo, and the headlights. And then on the back, no detail, spare tire spot. You can see the weird fin-like spoiler back there. Mitsubishi Pajero Evolution right there. Kind of a tiny little guy, you know, pretty small. Very small little vehicle, but there you go. That's our third car for the video. Now our next one here I've already got opened because I bought this loose. And this is a treasure hunt also, so this is a rare vehicle. Next up is the 1995 Jeep Cherokee. This is a treasure hunt. So we've got a white body, a brown chassis, brown tires with black rims, and a slightly tinted window. You can see the treasure hunt symbol is right there, and it's important to notice it's there because it's actually not on the other side. Instead, you got the gas tank. So this is a treasure hunt. This is very much a treasure hunt right here. So detail. Okay, so we've got the 1995 as the racing number. That's pretty cool. Mud studs. I can't read the sponsors. Jeep, Hot Wheels, Nito. And then you got the orange and red stripes there, looking pretty cool. Mud splatter with the black trim. Looks pretty solid. I'm not going to lie to you guys. This thing's pretty nice looking. And then on the front, you can see the winch. You got the detail on the hood here with the vents, all of that. Up here on the top, you can see all this little built-in detail too. You got a shovel. You got some tracks right here so you can climb out of mud holes. In the back, you got a giant jerry can by the looks of things, spare tire. Pretty awesome stuff, all things considered. Really, really cool detail on this right here. And there you go. That is the 95 Jeep Cherokee. Like I said, that is a treasure hunt right there. That is your rare vehicle for the set. Pretty cool. I don't think any of the cars in this set were super treasure hunts. I'm trying to remember to point out cars if they did have a chance to be a super treasure hunt. Okay. And then our final car for today's video is the Volvo XC40 Recharge. As you can see, new for 2023. Let's read the blurb on the back. Born 2017 in Ghent, Belgium, I think is how you pronounce that. Designer Volvo. Throw your snowboard on the roof rack and head to the slopes in this modified small electric SUV that features beefy off-road tires, custom fit fenders, and glaring spotlights. Now, what I will give credit to with this one, at least, is that it does have off-road tires. The Pajero Evolution did not have those. However, again, they're still not mud tires because they could have made them muddy if they could. You know, it would have been nice to see that. But I do find it really funny that both of the castings that are brand new for this series do not fit in with the series. That was a bizarre choice on Hot Wheels' part. And it's not often that I point at Hot Wheels and say, hey, I don't like the way you do this. Hot Wheels usually does some pretty cool, usually consistently releases some awesome stuff. This is one of those very few occasions where I'm going to point at him and be like, hey, this was dumb. Why'd you do this? You know? All right, so we have got a metal flake, like sickly green colored body. I guess you could say it's a Forest Service kind of color with a black chassis, black tires with chrome rims, and then you got that tinted window insert. So looks really good. And you can see these snowboards on the top, as they said in the description there. I do like the paint job on this with the pine trees. I think that's really, really cool, actually. And I like that it's simple, that they didn't try to do anything crazy with it. That's fun. Wish they would have done some detail on the front end because that looks weird. There is almost no 3D modeling on this front end, so it looks weird without any paint on it. Not a fan of that. Got them spotlights up there, which look really cool. And then on the back end, we do have some tail lights, which is nice. I wish they would have done headlights up front. That would have been cool. And yeah, there you go. That is pretty much that right there. It kind of reminds me of, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but there was I think it might have been Volvo who came out with it, but there was a concept car that came out a while back. It was a vehicle that looked very similar to this one, the Volvo Recharge. It was an electric off-road vehicle, and the only thing that I remember about it was that it had drones. Like legit, the car came with drones that sat on the roof of the vehicle, and then you could fly them around. They came with the car. like I said, I don't remember what brand came up with it. If you guys know, let me know in the comments, because I legit cannot remember what brand it was. I don't think it was the Volvo Recharge. It might have been. I have no clue. But yeah, everybody, there you go. That is the full 2023 Mud Studs collection right there. Pretty good set, all things considered. Like I said, my least favorite is probably this guy, the Mitsubishi Pajero, simply because it does not fit in with this set of cars at all, in my opinion. These three, however, are really good. This one's also pretty good, but it could have used a little help on like the front end, and some mud tires really would have sealed it. But I think my favorite one of the videos got to be the Power Wagon. That thing looks so cool. That is so awesome looking. But yeah, everybody, there you go. That's all I got for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next diecast unboxing video. Thank you, and good night.